Hi guys, this is Didi the Diva. Welcome to the Diva's kitchen. Today I'm going to prepare gimba from Nima County, commonly known in Liberia as GB, but we the Nima County people call it gimba. That's what we're going to prepare today. So follow me. This is the plantain fufu what we use to make the gimba. And with the gimba today, I'm going to add the beef feet. A lot of Liberian, we love this in the gimba soup, the beef feet. And then I'm going to use the chicken gizzard. I also have cassava fish. You can put any fish you want in it, but I love cassava fish. This is what I bought, cassava fish. And I got some ham, chicken, hard chicken. You gotta use hard chicken. You can't use the soft chicken because it mash in the pot. The hard chicken stay intact when you cook it. And you can get this from your local grocery store or Asian store. I actually got this from the Liberian store, which is Jackie's store for Main Avenue in Fargo, North Dakota. So you can go to the Jackie's store and get all of these. And seasoning, these are the seasoning I'm using. In the gimba soup, you use the black pepper. I got some accent and some chicken flavor seasoning in here. Then I get some magic seasoning. It's a seasoning, the cube. It also comes from Jackie's store off of Main Avenue in Fargo. So all of these you're going to need it to season the gimba, soup for the gimba. So I'm gonna pressure cook the cow feet, which is a beef feet, but we Liberian call it cow feet, a cow feet. So I'm gonna pressure cook it because it's hard for you to put it in the soup. You gotta pressure cook it, then it gets soft, then you put it in your soup. Okay, here we go. Wash it. This is a pressure cooker. Got a pressure cooker. You gotta wash the range stick. Make sure all your beans or whatever you put it in the gimba soup is clean. You gotta wash them because from here it's gonna go in your soup. So, and add some water. I'm not measuring this particular water. I'm just gonna measure it by, in the pressure cooker you don't put a lot of water, so this is good enough. So seal it in. Turn it on high. You're gonna cook about 30 minutes. I leave it on for 30 minutes. Because I know the pressure cooker, it don't cook that fast. So there we go. Now I'm going to prepare the chicken, the fish, and put it in a pot and steam it. So I'm putting all of these in a big bowl. I love GB. This is the most popular dish in Liberia. Nearly all Liberians know how to prepare GB. But we the Nima County people started the whole show, so because this is a gimba. Okay. Also rinsing it. Get my knife. Cut the fish. I'm gonna cut the fish into probably 5 pieces. You don't want it too big. So, all right. Didi's kitchen. You know you gotta look fabulous when you're doing all of this. Cut it with style. That's why they call it the Diva's kitchen. So you check the fish, make sure they have no scale on it so you can't have scale in your soup. And putting everything, all the ingredients into this part. And make sure that this one you see is a scale, so you gotta make sure you have no scale when you're putting it in a pan. That's so your soup will be nothing but scale. Even though they clean it at the stove, or sometimes it's still got a little scale that you have to remove. So and be careful with the knife. Do that and drain this one. You know how Liberian we cook, we mix a lot of stuff out to come out with a pot of soup. So when you're cooking chicken, you're cooking fish, you're cooking turkey, you know, cooking all different stuff. Gimba is very easy to cook. It's not that hard to cook. So this is why nearly all Liberians know how to make their pot of soup, you know. But when you get it from a Nimba woman from Liberia, you get a real gimba. See how I throw it? Now how they can throw it. You have to throw this with start in the pan. Make sure don't mix it. The real gimba can't. This is it here. I have to cut some of these out. The chicken is too big. I like to remove sometimes the skin on the chicken because I don't like it in my soup. So you make it the way you want it. I don't like all the skin that on it. I always remove them. Okay. Now I got everything in here. I'm gonna drop in 2 pot of peppers. This is hot pepper. We usually call it Jamaican pepper, but it's spicy. They're gonna drop 2. I'm not cutting it, neither breaking it. So when it's hot, more than what I want, I'm gonna take some. So I'm not mashing it. I just throw it in there like that. Now, time to season the pot. You gotta put a little bit of each. This is the thing with the African cooking. Let me give you the little secret on this. We measure by eyes and tasting. We don't use most of our seasoning. We don't use measuring spoon and all of that to measure. So this is what makes it a little different from cooking in the American kitchen than cooking in the African kitchen. So I'm gonna put a little bit of this in here, not a lot. You don't want to over season this. The GB soup. This is black pepper. You use a little bit more. But I like the smell of it. With this, just a little bit. Sometimes I put it in a layer so I can't put so much in it. Expecting it. Just a little portion of this. And then the Maggi cube, I use 2. So just open 2 and drop it in the soup. If you're gonna need 1 later, yes, that. But these, I'm not gonna use them anymore because if you don't use it from the beginning, you try to put it at the end, you will start smelling the fresh scent from the season. So you put all of that at the beginning, but with this, you can add on more later if you need to. So. My nails is acting up here, so you got it. Drop that in there, and we're gonna steam it for about 15 minutes. So I'm gonna put a cup of water in there and steam it with that. And that's just 1 cup of water. And then add it on there. And cover it for 15 minutes and let it steam. You can put it, I'm putting my stove on 7, but some people's stove don't have numbers, so you can put it on low if you have low, because you don't want it too high. You want it to steam as it season, so you don't want to put it on high so you can just boil yet. So I'm steaming it between about 6. All right, that's it for now. I know you see the candle burning. The reason I had the candle burning, I want to put different African spice in here at the end. And those spice sometimes they have different smells. So if you don't want it in your house, that means I like to burn candle. So I can have different spice smelling in the house. All right, so that's it. We're gonna wait for 15 minutes, then go back to the pot. Welcome back to the Diva's kitchen. Now the 15 minutes of steaming the ingredients or the meat and stuff is over. I'm gonna add another cup of water in there to make the gimba soup. So another cup of water. And I'm going to add a half. Okay, I have to start the pot, 75 in the pot. I just add a half so it can cover up my meat. So I'm going to close this pot for another, let's say, 20 to 30 minutes. The thing with African food is you have to have patience to cook it, because the meat, the chicken is organic, so it takes a while to cook. You can't just steam it for 25 minutes and make a soup. So I'm gonna have it boil again for another 30 minutes. Then we'll come back to prepare the soup. Be back. Okay, I'm coming to check the stew. It being about 25 minutes, I'm going to check it to see if the seasoning is good. This is why you add more seasoning if it's not ready. But I think it's good. I don't think I need any seasoning. It tastes really good. So what I'm going to do now is I'm getting prepared to make, I'm going to let it boil for 5 more minutes, then come back and remove my fish. So I will show you how the fish thing go in the gimba soup, GB. We'll be right back in 5 minutes. Welcome back to the Diva's Cheap Kitchen. The soup is ready, so I'm gonna take the fish out of the pot. This, you gotta watch this one carefully if you're cooking fish, because the fish bones are not dangerous, so you gotta be careful with it. So you take the fish out. I already turned the stove off. So you take the fish out, just the fish. You see, it didn't mash, it didn't break, it's still intact. That's what you don't want to do. You don't want to stir it so your fish can mash in a pot. Then the bone be over all your soup that is dangerous to eat. So you always have to be careful if you're cooking fish into your soup. piece of fish. Where did it go? Okay, right here. Take the fish out. Leave the fish and leave everything else there. I'm leaving the chicken, the gizzard, and all these things in here. So I take the fish out. Keep the fish right here. So what we're gonna do now, we're gonna remove the flesh from the bone. You don't want a bone in your soup. So the part is off. Now we're gonna remove the flesh from the bone. I need another piece. So make sure always your hands are clean. Start cooking the African food, you're gonna be using your hands a lot. So I just wash my hands. So you gotta you can get a spoon or a knife. I'm using a spoon. And make sure you separate the flesh from the bone. So put it here. See what I'm doing. And all the small little fish bone are on the side. You gotta take it off. You don't want no bone in your soup. And that's why I like the cassava fish when I'm making GB soup, because the bone is easy to come out. Yes, it got big bone, so you're not gonna be looking for it for a long time. Diva's kitchen, you gotta look pretty as you do it, and that don't be, you know, turn your bike and keep going, you know, put some action into this thing. It's Diva kitchen. Ha! We are about this is what we're gonna get. This one be boiling for a while. The cow feet is done. It's soft. So I'm gonna take that. Get my spoon. I've been pressure cooking this, so it's soft. It's already soft. The meat on it is soft. It's been pressure cook. So I'm gonna bring the now. I'm putting the cow feet into the stew. When you put this in, then you turn it on for probably another 5 minutes, for a few more minutes. Because it's already cooked, you just want it to boil a little bit with the rest of the stuff in the pot. You cover. I'm cooking like on medium heat for 5 minutes. While I'm doing that, I'm going to prepare the African spice that's gonna go in the gingba soup. I got these nuts. You can get this from Africa. It tastes good. You can also eat it. So I'm gonna mash some of it in here so I can put it in the GB soup. And I'm mashing it in mortar and pencil because it's not for blender. So, and I got this from Africa. I brought this with me while coming from Liberia. So you mash this out. This is not good for blender. It's not going to blend. So you're going to need something like this to mash it out, or you can use a cutting board and get something to grate it. You can also grate this nuts. And what I got in here is, we call this Benin seed, but it's sesame seed. So it's already been previously blended. So I'm going to take a spoon, 3 or 4 spoons, and put it into this nuts. This is pre-grounded Benin seed, sesame seed. So I do 1, 2, 3. I'm gonna do a little bit more. 4, 5 teaspoons of this. And it smells so good, it smells wonderful. And you blend it with the nuts. I'm blending the Benin seed and that. Okay, it's good enough. Genga soup is on point. It's going on. It's on point. We will soon get done. So now you see it's boiling. While it's boiling, I'm gonna put this into it. You see what I just blended into this. You see it getting kind of thicker, a cheesy color. Smell really good. Yummy. I like when the Benin seed is in it, it just smells nice. So then you taste, you can know how your food. Nice. Tastes really good. Now right now, you remember, yeah, I put a pot of pepper in it today. So I'm gonna mash that pot of pepper out because right now I'm not tasting pepper. So when you mash it out, I'm looking for it. This is it right here. I'm gonna just mash it into the pot. So just mash it up with my spoon. So you see how it's turning? It's turning into a cereal. So the thicker they say, the better it is. So you want to, so I'm going to put 2 more spoons of Benin seed inside because I put 5 first, but not too thick. So I'm going to add 2 more spoons of the Benin seed, which is sesame seed. It pre-blended. Put it into this. There you go. So that's blended. Gonna put it on low because you don't want your soup to finish while you getting preparing the rest. So taste. I'm tasting to see I got pepper now. Yeah, I got enough pepper. The pepper is hot. I just bust one and it's hot. So I'm going to remove the other one. Yeah, if I can find it. Looking, fishing for pepper. Okay. We're gonna add, now we're gonna add a fish. Well, we took out the bone today. We're gonna add a fish into it. The pot. Oh. We add a fish into the pot. Now, I'm still using African spice, so I want to add this is kitty dust. It like I would call it, we call it binabo or kitty. So you can put any of those. You can put a fresh one or the dry one. And I'm using the dry one today because that's what I have. So if you can find the fresh one, you have to find the fresh one in winter time. So the dry one, that's one I have. I'm gonna add 2 spoons of this into my stew. The thicker the better. When you're making the gingba soup, the thicker is the better. So that's the kettle dust. See it? You gotta try how you stir your pot, because you don't want all the fish to mash and be into pieces. Most people let to see the whole fish what they're eating. So if you just go like this, it's gonna be strated into small. It's gonna be a puree. You don't want a puree. So don't puree the fish. So now where we are, I'm gonna put in. You see these all in this bag because I brought these from Africa. They don't put it in jar. So this is what you call the gingba medicine. It makes the soup sleepy so you can be able to swallow the gingba. So in Liberia we call it the GB medicine, but the name is wallow. So I'm gonna put 2 spoons of water into. I'm gonna wash my spoon. You don't want to kitchen the dust into the water. 2 different products. So I'm gonna put a spoonful of water into this pot. This is what's gonna make your soup sleepy like okra. If you don't have water, I'm doing 1.5 spoons. If you don't have water, some people use okra. But water is the best thing for the gingba soup because it has its own taste. So then you leave it with it. When you put the water in, you turn the stove off. That's the magic. When you put the water into the stew, you turn it off and cover it and let it sit for about 10 minutes. That way it gets sleepy. You don't put the water in while the pot is still boiling or the stove is still on. So now it's still kind of boiling, but it's off. So I'm going to cover the top and let the water set in it so it can get sleepy. Then we can go making the process of making the GB. All right. So we're going to let it sit like that and marinate. We will call it here marinate. Or you're going to just sit and set into it itself while we prepare the fufu, GB, whatever you want to call it. We call it fufu. When you make it into the fufu, it's softer. When you make it into GB or aka gemba, it's harder. So I'm making gemba with this. Okay. So this is gonna need a rubber bowl because it's going into the microwave. So get a rubber bowl. Some of these been off my way. Get a rubber bowl. Open the box. Open the box. This is the plantain fufu. That's the name, plantain fufu. But we can make a lot of magic out of this. We just got a knife to open the pack. The plantain fufu can make GB, it can also make fufu. When you're in Liberia, they use cassava. The cassava, they cook the cassava and beat it in a mortar and make the gemba. But here we don't have those kind of cassava to use, so we use the plantain fufu in a pack. So if you're Liberian, you know what I'm talking about. If you're Nigerian, you know what I'm talking about. Fufu. Ghana, West Africa, I don't know about other African countries. But West Africa as a whole, we eat fufu. It's the way you prepare. We prepare our own different, they prepare their own different. So I'm making the gema right now. Oh, I'm making a fufu stick. Where's the stick? Yeah, making a fufu stick. Okay, we're gonna use Mrs. Always Right Fufu Stick by the Diva. The Diva for the You don't want to hear. You don't want to hear the rest. The same thing, I'm not kind of measuring the water, but I just put a cup of water in here right now. I'll call it a cup. So then you stir. You stir. I'm making a gimba now. This is how you make gimba. You stir. Let me get a cup. I'm gonna get another cup for the water. This is a trick of the African food. You measure as you go. So put a little bit more water and stir. Need something to pour the GB. What I'm gonna do, I'll just use a plastic. It's easier when you use just an ordinary plastic bag from the grocery store. It's easier to do that instead of this stuff. So I'm gonna use this plastic bag. Make sure it's clean. You know, make sure it's clean. Then wrap the GB into the plastic bag. Get them into the plastic bag and set it in the microwave. Set that in here. And I'm going to put it on 4 minutes. I'm going to put it on 4 minutes. And let it cook for 4 minutes. So we're gonna wait. After 4 minutes, I'm gonna take it down and stir it again, and then the final cooking will be the last one after I take it from the microwave and stir it and put it back. So stay tuned back to the Diva kitchen for the last result of the gimba cooking. We are about to check the GB. Go into the microwave. Take it out. Make sure you use something to hold it because it might be hot. So it's in the microwave. It's steam from the plastic bag. So, take it out. Make sure when you're taking the plastic, but you see the steam, be careful how you do it. So now we're going to stir it one more time. You got to make sure that it's well, you know, that all the white part of it that's showing is gone. So I'm holding it with this thing because it's kind of hot from the microwave. So now you're going to beat the gimba. This is what they call beating the gimba in Nima country. So you got to stir. So this is what give us muscle. We from Nima country give us muscle in Liberia, but we beat the gimba every day. There are some people every day food here in Liberia. They have to have it. Even here, some people have to have it every day. Stir it with style. Add your own little thing to it, you know. I'm beating it up. Beating the gangbang. Today is just a beautiful sunny day. It's a good day. So we're making gangbang. Anyway, most people eat gangbang when it's rainy and cold. It's good. But it's cold in North Dakota though, even though it's sunny outside. So cover it again and put it back for another 4 minutes and it'll be ready to go. So put it back in the microwave for another 4 minutes. So while this is going on, now you can check your pot to make sure that the GB medicine has worked into existing and make it real, you know, slippery like okra. Ooh, it's looking really good. See what I'm talking? See? So now you stir. This is what you want when it's slipping. So you see? Now it's slipping. It sit there for 10 minutes and then it work by itself. You don't have to do that one. Because if you don't do that, you just put it in and start stirring, you will not get slippy. You end up using a lot. So when you put it in and close it for 10 minutes and come by, this is what you get. See? Now it's ready. So, and you stir and cover and just let it wait for the GB. Yummy. Okay. We'll be right back in the next 4 minutes. Okay. Back again to see the finishing touch of the GB. Get my cloth. I'm gonna need a stone knife. Always make sure you hold this with something because it's hot. Don't just pick it up. I don't want you to burn yourself. And you're taking this out. You stand a little. See? See how it look? When it's ready, you see a golden brown. So it's not white. The powder now is golden brown. So I'm going to stir it one more time. See? When it's ready, it's kind of soft. You don't have to do much. Yep. Now it's ready. So what we're going to do is get ready to serve. For the portion of this, put it in here. It gets stuck there. I got water in here so it can't stuck. So when you're serving it, this is what you do. You can take whatever portion you want to eat. So, and it's hot, but you gotta make sure when you're making the dough, you don't make it so hot. And be careful when you're putting it together. So just do this. You use water to put your dough together. But you want to make it look nice, even though you're going to eat it anyway. So you use the water, do this, mash it up together, and be careful with the heat. When I put the water on it, it's not so hot. That's why I'm touching it. But if you think that it's really hot, you can let the steam cool down before you do it. But when you're used to doing it like me, you know how to manage the heat. Diva kitchen! And look pretty while you're doing it. Don't just be, working it too hard. So you see what I did? I put a little water into this plate. Flip this over and put it here. See? Now I put the gimba still into this bowl for serving. So you take what you want. So a piece of fish. You see the cow feet? Okay. The cow feet, the gazelle, all the chicken, everything is in here now. So see, got a good bowl of gimba soup. Yummy! Bam! There you go. The gimba is ready to be eaten. So I hope you see the process of cooking the gimba. That's the whole process of cooking the GB. If you're a Nima County woman, this GB is always in your house. Sometimes people come from Liberia walking and say, you got GB? Because that's what we eat. This is our specialties. So thank you for watching the show, and thank you for cooking with the Diva. We'll meet again next time, and keep following the Diva. Oh,